I've lived in Savannah, Georgia for 23 years, long enough to know the smell of the Savannah River blindfolded, hear creaking docks before stepping on them, and recognize lies from subtle shifts in a voice. I grew up south of Atlanta, in Jonesboro, in a house my father built himself. Childhood was simple: school, baseball, summer nights on the porch with cicadas. Then came the army. After that, the police. I never know if I chose it or if it chose me. 23 years here, yet the city can still surprise you. I have a modest house, an old Ford F-150, and just enough money to live comfortably, but not lavishly. I'm 39, and some mornings I feel 50. Cases wear you down. Savannah wears you down more. That evening, I sat at Low Tide Spirits on River Street, where tourists mix with locals and old sailors whisper stories after dark. I wasn't drinking. I rarely do. For weeks, a feeling gnawed at me, like standing in surf while water pulls sand beneath your feet, knowing the next wave will hit harder. "You look like you're expecting someone," said the bartender. Soft voice, curious. "Maybe I am," I said. Nick, that's all she knew me as. I was about to leave when the rain started. Sharp and heavy, the rain pounded the metal roof like a drum. I stepped outside, and there she was. A woman stood beneath a street lamp, dark umbrella shielding her soaked beige trench coat. Heels sank into puddles. When it wasn't the clothes, she stared at me as if she knew not only my name, but how I spent quiet mornings no one saw. "Mr. Hale," she said, voice trembling. "And you are?" I asked. She stepped closer. The umbrella wobbled. "I'm Amelia Woods. I was told you can help me. It's about my brother." Her eyes pleaded, but her posture held tension. "What about him?" I asked, rain sliding down my collar. "He's missing. 2 days now. Police think he left willingly, but they're wrong. I don't like when people start with the police or raw. Usually, it means panic, lies, or a secret." Amelia opened her bag and pulled a white, wrinkled envelope. "He left this for me. If anything happens, I should find you." I took it. Warm. She'd held it for hours. "How did he know my name?" I asked. "I don't know. But inside, there's an address. And a warning." The word made a shiver crawl down my spine. "All right," I said. "Let's go to my place and look." Amelia exhaled, fragile relief escaping. We walked to my pickup. I didn't know she was about to pull me into a story bigger than a missing person case, bigger than I'd seen in years. The letter in my pocket, damp from rain, was the spark. The city of Savannah had secrets, shadows stretching far past River Street. And that night, with Amelia beside me, I knew nothing would be simple again. Somewhere, hidden in the dark, Ethan Woods had left breadcrumbs, and someone was already following them. Amelia led me through the drizzle to her car. Inside, the leather smelled faintly of cedar and old perfume. She handed me her brother's phone. A single video file glowed on the screen. Her brother, Ethan Woods, appeared pale, eyes wide. He looked directly at the camera. "Amelia, if you're watching this, I messed up. I don't know who to trust. Michael Stranton, only he can stop it." Then he looked away. The screen went black. "I've never met him," I said. "I know," Amelia whispered. "But he said you were the only one he trusted." I studied the room. Ethan's office was pristine, almost sterile. Papers neatly stacked, laptop open. Nothing seemed out of place. But the air smelled faintly metallic, A single smudge on the desk caught my eye. Something heavy had been moved. On the floor, a muddy footprint. Then I saw a parking pass on the corner of the desk, dated yesterday. Location: Old Carter Road warehouses. I packed my coat, grabbed my keys, and looked back at Amelia. He never locked his office, she said quietly. And he doesn't smoke. I nodded. That was enough. Carter Road was a long drive, and night was already thickening. I didn't know what I'd find there, but instinct told me this was just the beginning. The drive was quiet. Rain-slicked streets reflected neon signs. I thought about Ethan's words, his fear, the urgency in his voice. Who could he have been running from? And why my name? By the time I reached Carter Road, warehouses loomed like silent giants. Their windows dark, doors chained. Corners swallowed by shadows. The smell of oil and damp concrete hit me immediately. I approached the designated warehouse. The door was slightly ajar. Faint light leaked through cracked windows. The first thing I saw was Ethan's phone on the ground. I picked it up. An audio file played. If you're hearing this, he knows about me. He knows I found the files. Michael, please. A movement in the shadows made me freeze. Looking in the wrong place, detective, a deep voice said. I barely had time to react. A tall man stepped from the darkness, leather jacket, calm eyes. Who are you? I asked. Friend of Ethan, he said. He left me a copy of what he found. Where is he? I don't know, but I know who's behind it. He handed me a flash drive. Documents, he explained. Ethan uncovered citywide embezzlement. Big money. People higher than you'd ever guess. A sudden noise. He spun, then disappeared into the shadows. I froze. Gunshots rang out. 2, maybe 3. Concrete exploded with echo. I ducked behind crates. When silence returned, he was gone. Blood on the concrete hinted he hadn't survived. I left the warehouse with the flash drive. My mind raced. Missing man, unknown pursuers, a city hiding secrets. And now, evidence in my pocket. I returned to my car, rain dripping, heartbeat loud. The flash drive felt heavy in my coat. Driving back, I reviewed the files on a laptop. Corruption ran deep. Transfers, hidden accounts, contracts. Names I recognized, others I didn't. Then I saw her name, Amelia Woods. She wasn't just Ethan's sister. She was involved. Payments traced to her account. Dates coincided with Ethan's disappearance. I realized Ethan hadn't run from strangers. He'd run from her. I went straight to Amelia's house. She greeted me with a calm smile. Her eyes flickered with something else. Fear, anger, relief, all at once. You found something, I said. Yes, she whispered. But you don't understand. I placed the flash drive on her table. She froze, staring. Yes, she admitted. I told him to stop, but he didn't listen. Did you know they'd kill him? She looked directly at me. Yes. Then she pressed a button on a small recorder. Ethan's voice filled the room. If anything happens, find Michael. He knows how people like her work. I felt it in my gut. This was bigger than a missing person. 2 armed men suddenly entered the room. They said you'd start digging, Amelia said calmly. Now you're here. I assessed the room. 2 armed men, 1 exit, shadows hiding possible threats. They raised their guns. My instincts screamed. I moved toward the window. Bullets shattered the glass. I dove, landing hard, feeling a sharp pain in my side. As I scrambled to my car, my phone buzzed. Unknown number. Michael Stranton, Ethan is alive. If you want to see him, Old River Bridge, 9 o'clock. Come alone. I gritted my teeth, blood on my shirt. I didn't know if it was a trap or salvation, but I already had my answer. I started the truck, engine growling over the rain. Lights on the highway blurred past as thoughts raced. Ethan alive. If true, that changed everything. But the message could be anyone. Amelia's betrayal still burned in my mind. Could I trust anyone in this city anymore? As I approached the bridge, the rain slowed to mist. Street lamps glimmered over dark water. Every instinct told me, be ready for betrayal, deception, and danger. I parked at the far end, scanning shadows. Silence. Too quiet. The river reflected everything, hiding nothing and everything at once. Then I saw him. Ethan, silhouette against faint light. I stepped closer, engine still running. A whisper floated from the darkness. Don't make a wrong move. Heart pounding, I realized. This was no longer a missing person case. This was survival. And I had no idea what came next. Cliffhanger.